45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
From adversity to achievement, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 626. I am your host, D-Rock, and joining me, and he is the happiest man in the world from the beautiful state of South Carolina, Joey D. Joe, how we feeling? Congratulations.
Hey, popping it open, pop bottles. Hey. Yeah, you know where this hat's from, right? This is a decade-long hat right here. There's a story behind this hat. I'm wearing it. Shout out to the Bull, Anthony Torres, my man. It goes all the way back 10 years ago, like I said, from when we got our hearts ripped out by the Patriots and a Malcolm Butler interception at the goal line.
It was an amazing Super Bowl, honestly. It was really good from the get. Low scoring, and people are like, oh, I want to see more offense. Honestly, the defense. I wish he was here, and I can't wait to talk to him on Wednesday, but that defense was flying.
All over them. And I'm not going to say, like, you know, as Elvis been said all week, Patriots secondary was good. Christian Gonzalez is their hero. I mean,
they would have got blown out if Christian Gonzalez wasn't there.
He shut down basically 3 receivers, and single-handedly, you know, you could say got JSN out of there, but he came back in the fourth, right? It took him.
Yeah, he came back.
But wow, I mean, whew, bro, I was like McDonald. If you saw him on
he
the
was
sideline,
taking it in
at the end, but I'm like, he was a perfect description of the whole thing, like how us fans are looking at this. The stress leading into the fourth quarter and the minutes, it's like there's enough time. All the time Brady is able to bring it back, just scared to ever. And we were just living on edge through the last fourth quarter, and then, like you said, taking it all in, looking up at the heavens, and you're immortalized. You're immortalized with
no
that.
one can take that away from you. Seahawks 29, the New England Patriots 13. I mean, they scored all 13 points in the fourth quarter. They were pitching a shutout, this defense, and I wish the whole defense could get the MVP because they were amazing. I mean,
do we have an MVP yet?
No, I will hold up. We might right now. Kenneth Walker is your MVP.
It had to be.
Had to be. I mean, 27 carries, 135 yards. He also had
playoffs. 3 touchdowns to start it up.
Yeah, real quick. He also had 26 yards in the receiving. But to your point, the whole postseason, he carried the team.
Absolutely. He put on his back. And they were saying, like, shades of Le'Veon Bell, how patient he was. And I want to see how many yards he calculated moving backwards. I think Collinsworth had shouted that out because he did a lot of where he was just patient, moving out of the hole and then finding a break to the outside. Like, it's been beautiful to watch Kenneth Walker work without Zach Charbonnet. Weird how we had that dynamic between the two, not one really taking over the job, but you saw late Charbonnet, he thought would be the guy coming into the playoffs for the team. But once he went down, you know, Kenneth Walker the third, he took over.
He picked up all the slack, Kenneth Walker, and he really developed into that RB1. And, you know, I feel so happy for Sam Darnold. You know, I'm a fan of Sam Darnold, you know, through everything with the Jets and them failing him. And, you know, after ESPN did him dirty from seeing Ghost, you know, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and the journey has been amazing for him. And, you know, I'm happy for him. He said he wouldn't want it any other way. And having a coach like Mike McDonald, the defense that's just, it reminds me of your old LOB defense. The special teams was phenomenal as well.
Jason Myers, I mean,
he was in the running for MVP.
I think should have been. Like, that's what I was gonna say. You get 20 points coming from Jalen Hurts. Last Super Bowl, the last time 20 points was scored by a single player was James White. Shout out CT for calling that out. You know, in the 2-point conversion octopus as well with those two players, of course, responsible for 20 points each. If they hit another field goal, Jason Myers single-handedly as a kicker would have had 20 points responsible for. And there, I guess you could say you give him the MVP, but what Kenneth Walker was able to do, I mean, he took all the pressure off Sammy D. I thought Sammy D, just with the consistency through the playoffs as well. I mean, they also relied on him not turning the ball over, and that considered no fumbles, no picks.
He really didn't turn the ball over, and to Elvis's stat, there it goes out the window. This is a new Sammy D.
That's what he needed to do, is just control the game, control the clock, and rely on the run game. Because surprisingly enough, they were able to push the defensive line back, and it was battle of two defenses early. Like we said, the under hit easily in the first half.
Oh, it was 9-0.
And then getting the second half, and if there wasn't overtime, to be the highest scoring half was a -125. That hit easily.
Yeah, that went over. So good call on you. You mentioned it. We get there with the -4.5. We get there with the under. First half under.
Did we get -10.5? I laid that 10.5.
Yep, that cashed as well for you. And real quick, I think the total team stats are kind of misleading because they got it all in garbage time, the New England Patriots, 331 total yards. They had 18 first downs, but I think a big factor was they couldn't pick up third down blitzes, and that's all they kept doing, Seattle. And
he was under so much pressure. And when I saw that stat for most sacks, tied with Joe Burrow, did he break it after that stat was shown? I'm pretty sure he got up to 20 sacks plus by the end of it when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Total where was it? I wanted to see. Total sacks was 6 for Seattle and only 1 for
Patriots to get
the Patriots. Yes. Penalties, we get under as well. Only 7 penalties for 75 yards.
I like the under. They let them play.
Yeah, I do.
I think that should be the case as you get to the better teams in the playoffs. Should be a consistent throughout. You should get it from the start right up until the championship games. And that goes for a lot of sports.
Yeah. What was your biggest factor in saying, you know what, this game is getting out of hand and, I just don't see how New England could win this game?
Oh, man, like I said, I was really on the edge. I really thought that the worst comes to worst, the Patriots are going to find a way to bring it back and tie the game. So I never truly did think that they were in a comfortable lead. I guess it really was the fourth quarter. Once you had that, you had Drake May fumble, you're like, okay, and they didn't get anything from it. No points came from the turnover, but then you get the interception, and then you follow it up with another interception, and that just put the nail in the coffin.
Real quick on the interception, plus 950 for Kobe Bryant twice. And one hit him in the fucking chest, and the other one had it in his hand.
I know. Oh. I was just thinking about that. I was like, no. I was like, number 8, Kobe Bryant. How about that? Funny.
What else? Drake May landed on 37 rushing yards. We get the under by a half.
Are you serious?
Yep.
There's no way that's true.
Yeah.
You put over 5.5 for Sammy D. That did not hit.
No, it landed on 5 because he ran the ball back.
I know it. I was like, look, I don't even remember Sammy D running at all. So I was like, oh, that thing's under.
He broke one. He had like 11 yard. He had 11-yard carry, and then Christian Gonzalez under 4.5 tackles and assists. We get there with 4. Drake May over 20.5 completions. That hits at plus money. Austin Hooper over 9.5 for receiving yards.
He was. I think I remember saying something like the 2-minute warning not to fall on 2 minutes exact. That was a crazy pick if you did that. The coin toss go.
But shout out CT for just calling tails.
Beautiful. I mean, that is some insightful, sharp stuff right there. Shout out.
Fucking, it was Joe. I blame Joe Montana. Fuck, what a soft ass coin toss. He should have fucking put a little oomph.
San Fran, I get it, right? In San Fran, but
terrible. But shout out Cooper Kupp, because when you mentioned JSN went down for about half a quarter, maybe.
I was thinking he could have put away with MVP again. He could have got another one under his belt if he kept it up.
4 catches plus 148. We hit that because he had 6 catches. So we cleaned up pretty nice. Hollins under 2.5 receptions. He did get that touchdown, so shout out. He had 78 yards.
Was there a scoregami with the final score at 29-13? Has that ever happened before? We did talk about it with CT. I said instead of going for like a correct score prediction, that is just so hard. That's why you get tremendous odds for it, but it's so unlikely. If you were to pick a scoregami, it's just getting a unique final score in the Super Bowl. So I think it's not often Super Bowls are played the same way. We have seen repeat scores before, but there's always a chance for it to end maybe this way it ended. 29-13.
Largest lead under 15 and a half, 14 and a half. 6, 9, 10. It never got that far, I don't think.
Which one?
23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, it did. Largest lead under 15 and a half. That was not a winner.
It was the only time it's ever happened in history. 29-13 is the first time. Plus 25-1. 25-1.
Hell yeah. What else did you hit? Did you hit any of your other bets?
That's about what we covered. Yeah. I had where I was seeing both sides maybe getting more field goals under the belt, but I mean, it's just Jason Myers really taking over special teams. And shout out to punter too. I think that just goes to show that the Seahawks, not only defensively, but having a very managed and some of the best skill position wide receivers and AJ Barner offensively, but having the best kickers in the game. I mean, Jason Myers, but also Davidson. What's his first name? I mean, that kid is ridiculous. Every time he punted the ball, he was pinning them in their 5. And that's why they controlled the field, they controlled the clock, and they controlled the game from the beginning.
And shout out the special teams coach. It's Jim Harbaugh's son for the Seattle Seahawks. Jim Harbaugh's son. The Harbaugh got a lot.
And there's McDonald's from the Harbaugh system, right?
Exactly. Brought him on, and look what he did. He brought a punter in. And the Seahawks kid are the first team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl while having 0 turnovers the entire postseason.
That, I mean, like we were talking and laughing and being scarred by us fans say we're going to be immortalized the first time we played a Patriots for back-to-back Super Bowls, but that's immortalizing stuff right there. Being one of the first and only teams in NFL history to not have a single turnover. Man, that turnover differential was probably crazy if we had 0 on the offense.
What happened to the Patriots' big bad defense? Everyone told me Milton Carlton was going to get in, Barrymore was going to get in.
They got beat down because it's just being on the field. They're tired after having to carry the offense, and you saw how anemic the offense was for the Patriots. They were stifled by how good the Seahawks defense was, how fast they were, and also how aggressive they were. They was the cleanest hitting I've seen in quite a while. Every single time one of the receivers wanted to make contact with the ball, they were being met by a defender with some force that was below where the head was, and it was clean. Really good coaching, and how they were tackling was something I haven't seen yet.
Yes, the Seahawks were getting home while blitzing, but they were getting home with just rushing 4. And if you can't stop a defense rushing 4, you're not going to win the game.
No. And then you have all that support in the secondary. I mean, shout out to the linebackers too. They did their job.
Yeah, we didn't get there with Nick Emawari, though. Over 5.5 tackles and assists. He ended with 5.
Him being a little hobbled, he still played exceptional. And yeah, I think you could have maybe made a little money if you just went opposite on that. You could have used the injury to your advantage.
Cooper Kupp is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. You know, he was released by the Rams. Then he joined the Seahawks last offseason, and now he's a 2-time Super Bowl champ. So
to beat the Rams and then to win the Super Bowl again, I mean, that's a feel-good moment. Like, were you thinking that you've been given up on and you get a second chance?
They told him to retire.
And look what he did. He carried the team a little bit in the Super Bowl. And, I mean, he had moments throughout the season. And, I mean,
he led the team in catches and receiving yards.
Yeah, he could walk off with a championship under his belt. But, you know, the competitive edge of these players, he probably want to come back and maybe try to run it back again.
Trey and Sam Darnold, 5 stops later, you know, to win he's the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl after playing for 5 different teams. He finally earns himself a Super Bowl ring.
I saw the other 2 was no one could take that away from him. It was Earl Morrall and the other one I forgot. It was their 5th team. They made it to the Super Bowl, but they lost. And you're right, yeah, Sam Darnold. What was the trajectory? It was from the Jets to what was it, the 49ers
Carolina
to the 49ers to the Vikings to here. Seattle.
It's amazing. Good learning experience though for New England. They're a young team. Drake May's only 23. What do you think they could learn from this Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, just the repetition, seeing the game when it means the most, the bright lights. You know, I think you got to get some line help, right? You got to just reassess some certain positions where you need help. Maybe Drake May was under duress the entire game, and that could just speak to how good John Schneider built the Seahawks and how good they're coached up. So, yeah, I mean, it's just you got Mike Vrabel, coach of the year. You had Josh McDaniels, assistant coach of the year. They could maybe make some moves and they could kind of be right back into it. Maybe that's where it lies more than
The left side of the line is an issue. Will
yeah,
Campbell
more
got
than X's and
exposed.
O's. I hated to call out Will Campbell, but he did get exposed.
Yeah.
And you did call that leading up to it, and I said maybe he'll have a big game because he is that kind of player, very motivational type guy, leader.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're at a deficit physically and your reps, you're not executing on these plays. I was saying maybe you got to pull him. I heard something from some of the guys saying pull Drake May, and I was like, wait, it's not on Drake May really. He's really trying to carry here. Look at the rushing, attempts that he had to scramble out and do. So, yeah, I think honestly, you give those guys a shot at the left side of the line, but that's probably where you may have to address.
Yeah, they're a young team. I think they'll be fine. They're ahead of schedule. They have the right coaches in place. They need to make a few adjustments and some additions, and I think they'll be right back. Maybe not Super Bowl, but they'll be competitive for a long time as long as Drake May continues to advance and get better.
Yeah, I heard where they were saying he's maybe not going to make it ever back to a Super Bowl. I go, that's bold. You got a really good organization, one of the most valuable in sports. You got to think that with Kraft there still at the ownership helm, they're going to be able to do the right things. I think you see some franchises struggle because maybe incompetence at the ownership position.
It is the harsh truth sometimes. People get there and then they never get back.
Yeah. That's why you got to relish in the moment and give it all you got, because that's what a lot of, I think, the players were saying is that even though this is a young team, you want to go out there and win it because you never know what the future lies.
Kenneth Walker III is the first running back to win Super Bowl MVP since which running back in 1998?
Well, I saw that the yardage they had posted that up, so it's got to be the same. Terrell Davis for the Broncos.
Correct. Yes. Terrell Davis in 1998.
He ran for like 300 yards, I feel like.
When I was in Denver 2 years ago, I got a Terrell Davis jersey. He's a legend.
Oh, is it an orange one?
No, it's a blue and orange. It's like
honestly, if it's the navy blue with the orange stripe,
yeah,
that's the classic Terrell Davis jersey.
Yeah,
right there. Feel like that's the one they won the war in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did. That's exactly the one. So, yeah, Terrell Davis is a beast. But yeah, overall, we cashed a lot of tickets for the Super Bowl. It was really good. What food did you make?
Oh, like I said, every Super Bowl revolves around the buffalo chicken dip. Had that at the ready, made buffalo wings, all different types of flavor wings, barbecue. Had some pizzas, veggie trays, had the health stuff going on, chips, dips, drinks, Coke. I mean, you got to always have Coca-Cola, Pepsi, some sort of soda or something with the big game. So
we'll get to the commercials in a minute because I think Pepsi threw a jab at Coke, but
hey, I thought a little down, and I did like the halftime show too. But
hold on, we'll get there.
Okay, okay, we got parts of it. Yeah.
So for me, we had some garlic nuts, we had quesadillas, we had some homemade pizza, we had penny vodka with some breaded chicken on top. That was fire.
What's it called? Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, exactly. We had pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. Yeah.
Those were good. And then we had tortilla scoops and dip, and we had some guac. And nice. I'm honestly right now, I'm kind of like
stuffed.
I'm stuffed. I had a few plates.
Couple Vivas.
Yeah, there's nothing
living
like
life.
It.
No, it's a feel good moment. I do feel for our boy E. We had a little friendly, heated.
I'm thinking about calling him.
Man, he said if they won, he was gonna call us. I don't let him have his peace.
Do you think I say?
Man, I might not come on the show. I might have called him, like, I think you got to do it, bro. I think you got to come on the show. I don't think I can get out of my bed right now.
We have 38 people watching right now. Say in the chat if you think we should call Elvis, because I'm very tempted. I just want to, not even to gloat. I just want to be like, hey. Good game.
Thinking of you.
Real quick. I just want thoughts real quick. So I think I'm gonna just give him a call real quick. Here, let's see what he says. See if he even picks up. If he doesn't pick up, I would understand. Which,
he thinks maybe.
Yeah, I'm not trying to gloat. It's tough. I mean,
if he answers.
Yeah, exactly. Respect if he answers. I don't think he's gonna answer.
He knows we're live.
Yeah. He knows we're live. Yeah, it's over. He's not going to answer.
We love you, Elvis.
Yeah. We'll talk on Wednesday. He has to face it eventually.
Yeah, that's why you got to sleep it off. And when the emotion's clear, then you.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't have picked up either.
Yeah, that's to say. I was going to say, if you guys are calling me, I might not have been there.
Yeah. Thoughts on the halftime performance? You mentioned it. Bad Bunny, he brought out Ricky Martin. Lady Gaga was a twist.
Call that. No, I when I saw it, I was like, that's Ricky Martin. Everyone was like, who's Ricky Martin? I'm like, Ricky Martin.
You don't know Ricky Martin. He's a legend.
Ricky.
Thoughts on the performance?
No, it was good. Yeah. Obviously there are better ones. I don't think you could put it up there with some of the,
I saw people saying Prince,
Usher. I mean, honestly, like, I think you could put Usher up there because more recently that was a really good one. What was it? Snoop Dogg, Dre, Mary J. Blige. That was pretty solid.
God, Elvis is calling me.
We got to take Elvis. Yeah, I thought it was good, my man.
Yeah. We'll get back to the halftime in just a minute. My phone's on Do Not Disturb, which is why
I'm not fluent in Spanish. I honestly didn't know what was really being said, though. They didn't have no subtitles for it or nothing, so I should know. I should be fluent.
Talk to me.
Elvis, you are live to tape right now at the Dream Wager. This is Dylan. Quick thoughts. We're not here to gloat. Tough game. I just want to hear your thoughts real quick. I told the listeners you will be on Wednesday, but just thoughts real quick. How we feeling, bud?
First of all, I want to give you credit because you almost had the exact, a close exact score.
Thank you.
So I want to give you credit
on
that.
See, that Elvis is a big man for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Dylan said 31-6, 29-13, pretty damn close. Respect on that. Congratulations, Joey. I just want to say that. Congrats, Joey.
He says thank you.
Great championship, honestly. Great Super Bowl. Sammy D didn't play bad. Wasn't great. Wasn't the reason they won, but the fact that he didn't, it wasn't the reason, he didn't cost them the Super Bowl. To me, it was great. So shout out Sammy D. He played well enough. He didn't play bad at all. He was playing great, but wasn't good enough. Kenneth Walker III. I love the under 72.5. Boy, was I wrong. He ate us up. So shout out Kenneth Walker. He won the MVP. Honestly, I don't think it should be controversial at all. I think he deserved the MVP. So shout out Kenneth
Jason
Walker.
Myers. Mention Jason Myers.
Drake May.
Yeah, Joe. Real quick. Joe said maybe Jason Myers, the kicker, was on fire.
But I feel like they were not saying all kicks are hard, but it's not like you went like 4 for 4 from like 50 plus, 45 or plus.
That's fair.
So, and the weather was great, no rain. Not like it was a 30-mile-per-hour wind. Not
like Vinatieri, Italian style.
Myers, if he would have won it, I don't think, people would have been too upset at that. I think it might have been the first kicker in history to win it. So I wouldn't been mad at it. So shout out Myers. He had a hell of a game, but Kenneth Walker definitely deserved the MVP. But I think our defense played well. Not great, clearly, but, if no big shots. We held the offensive player of the year. So, pretty much a quiet game, honestly. Christian Gonzalez played his butt off, but
yeah, he did.
I think
he was a hero.
Came down to Seattle and always able to bring that extra man, and that extra man always got home or brought enough pressure to disrupt the play. Yeah. And we saw it constantly from the get-go from Seattle's defense. So, like I said, if I had a vote, Mike McDonald would have been my coach of the year, and we saw the reason why tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned it on third down. They couldn't stop the blitz. They were bringing it high from the secondary, and I don't know why they couldn't stop it. Real quick, though, Patriots now have –
real quick, yeah. I think our left side got exposed as well. The two rookies on the left side, Wilson and Campbell, it was bad. It was bad. So shout out, Seattle's defensive line. I think they got the Super Bowl record or tied it with 6 sacks. So give credit to them. But the offensive line performance overall was horrendous, but mostly the left side.
Is the Seahawks defense better than you thought?
Well, what we saw tonight, yeah. I guess I know they were great. It's not like, they're top 5, top 3 rated, number 1 in points allowed. So I knew they were great.
I just didn't think they were gonna get home. Like I expect 6 sacks.
Yeah.
If you're telling me, like, I knew a fumble was gonna have. Like I didn't know it was gonna be 3 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive touchdown. I did not know that was gonna happen. So from the performance overall, stopping the run because Stevenson didn't really have a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the interception, getting the strip 6, all the sacks included. To me, defense played phenomenal. They played better than Denver. They played better than Houston.
Yeah. Real quick, last question, and I'll let you go. I know you got work in the morning. People are comparing this halftime to Usher, Prince. You are Puerto Rican. That is a little outrageous.
No. To be honest, overall, good performance. Was it an all-timer? I'm going to say no. But, over the recent years, like, to me, it was better than last year. Like, shout out Kendrick. I love Kendrick. But
it was better than last year. I'll say that.
Exactly. So, I felt like it was more like a party vibe. So, overall, I understand not everybody that was watching knows English, but, like, it was an entertaining Super Bowl. And that's all you can ask for. As a halftime show, long as it's entertaining, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you. We'll get you on Wednesday. And, honestly, we were talking when you didn't pick up. I was telling Josh, like, I would not pick up either. But, hey, you're a bigger man than I am. I appreciate you picking up.
No, I tried to pick up. I don't know what. I thought you hung up
Oh,
on me.
no. But we appreciate you. We'll see you on Wednesday. All right, kid?
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, peace, buddy. There you have it. Hey, takes balls. Patriot fan. And honestly, he wasn't as sad as I thought he was going to sound.
No, he took it. Hey, I want to, 6 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? I can hang out a little bit.
The Patriots now have the most Super Bowl losses in NFL history with 6.
I was gonna say they're 6-6.
They're 6-6. They're a 500 team. But I real quick, going on to the defense, and I asked Elvis. This I think is greater than the LOB year. I want to read you the Seahawks defensive points allowed last 7 games. Besides, the Rams. Patriots 13, 49ers 6, 49ers 3, Panthers 10, Colts 16, Vikings 0, Falcons 9.
Wow.
This team, they're one of the best defensive units. They were rated number 1 DVOA the whole year.
That's the thing. That's the thing. All the numbers and different things about being number 1. Any team could have claimed a number 1 statistical defense, overall defense in a certain category. Yeah. But like you said, I think the Seahawks proved that. And at the end of the day, when you win the Super Bowl, you're the best offense, you're the best defense, you're the best special teams. You're the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, and 10 years later, they get their revenge versus the Patriots. So poetic justice for you guys. On the halftime, yeah, it was definitely better than Kendrick. It was a party vibe. I didn't understand, and I felt like if I was at the Super Bowl, it would be kind of tough to see like
the grass. That was the only thing. I was like, how is the people like who paid probably the most most price on the ticket, the most expensive cost for the ticket, had the worst view of
you couldn't see anything. You probably have to look up.
I have heard in the past that the halftimes were separate emissions, that you could see the show separately from the Super Bowl.
And then they kick you out?
I don't know. Maybe crazy. Pull out a UFC Apex.
Yeah, literally. I like some of the things that they put for like the for Puerto Rican culture, like the dominoes and everything. Like it was cool. I thought the beats were good. I didn't know what they were saying, and that's sad. I'm Puerto Rican, but it was cool. I gave it like a C. There were better ones and there were worse ones, but it was okay. I mean, it was kind of short too. I felt like
I think the Super Bowl at first was a little rough. I think people were also saying that the quality of the game itself was a little lackluster. Where the Seahawks were dominating play.
They were dominant.
Yeah. So and it got a little close, especially when the Patriots found that score and brought it to what was it? It was 22-7.
Yeah.
So like I mean, from there, that was where it was the closest, and
then the strip 6, it was over.
Yeah, and I thought that was going to be a fumble, but they turned it out, it was going to be a incomplete pass if he didn't catch it. If he had dropped that, it would have been an incomplete pass. What remnants of the tuck rule?
Yeah, something like that. Thoughts on the commercials? I thought there were some pretty good ones. I like the Duncan one with all the Bostonians, the Goodwill Duncan. I thought that was pretty good.
I would say that actually I think this year they took a year off.
Wow.
There's not that many impressive commercials to me at all.
None
really memorable. None really stick out. Maybe as always, Budweiser coming through.
American.
I think with the little baby horse and stuff. That's about it.
Yeah. I thought there were some good ones. I'm trying to remember. A lot of farmland, right?
Well, I think it's maybe a lot of movement messages, which is a good thing. So
yeah. There was I thought the best one was the Goodwill Duncan. I thought that the Mr. Beast, he's launching a $1 million puzzle. Interesting.
Yeah, but I think that's funny. Goodwill dunking.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought that was like the most clever one. Liquid Death had one.
I think I might have missed a little bit though. Did they shout out Robin Williams and Goodwill Duncan? Did they give him a shout out?
Oh no.
Hey, respect to a legend.
Yeah. But that's it, kid. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm happy for you guys. I was rooting for you. We
got to get a pure reaction out of us too.
Yeah.
Me leading up to it. It wasn't really any too much gloating or anything until a little at the end. Also in our little group chat we had a little bit, but I think it was it was a friendly rivalry, and I could consider it one now. 1-1.
Yeah.
Against one another in Super Bowl. If we ever meet again, it'll be for the trilogy.
Hey,
so it's not over.
People called me crazy. People called me delusional. I was like, yo, I might get this final score. I'm telling you.
I wonder if anyone did. I always see those a lot.
Yeah. We'll definitely see
29-13. And once again, I hit the scorigami, so that's got to count for something, right?
Yeah. What was the odds you got that for the scorigami?
It was like I said, 25-1 plus 2,500.
Nice. Hey. It's a nice little pizza, but hey, it's good that you went off on a hot note. You know what I mean? It's the last one for about 6-7 months until we get football again.
Yeah, hey, like I said, it's been a long road going. 10 years.
10 years in the making, but the Seattle Seahawks are back on top. So congratulations to everyone, all the Seahawk fans. You are Super Bowl champions. And no one can take that away from you.
Sammy D wore my pop's number. That's why number 14. There's not many number 14s throughout history.
No.
I feel like Dan Fouts, Don Hudson. You know what I mean? There's not
a lot. No
number 14s. They're good ones, but Y.A. Tittle.
Real quick before we get to, I got some college plays before we let you go. We just wanted to jump on and get you some live reaction here. But before we do that, we are presented each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor our tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick. Just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys, or an elderberry watching the Winter Olympics. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. By the way, kid, have you watched any of the Olympics so far?
Yeah, besides seeing Lindsey Vonn.
It was gut-wrenching. Yeah, I felt so bad for her.
That hurt, man. But I was watching it's like that mixed event with the shooting from the ski. I forgot what that's called, man. But it was pretty intense actually, and getting down to the wire. So
I am trying to see the count right now. Right now we are in second place. We have
Who's
two.
First? Italy,
Norway.
Italy's been killing. I mean, they're in Italy. So.
Yeah, they have 9. They have 9 total medals. 6 bronze, 2 silver, and 1 gold.
So it's Norway, US, and then what? Italy,
Japan, and Austria.
Italy, Japan, and Austria. Damn, hey.
That's the top 5 right now as of February 8th at.
You can bet on the Olympics.
100%. Yeah, we can. That's real degenerate.
I'm just joking. If you don't know now, you know.
Women, our women's hockey is phenomenal. Men, we are second favorite. Canada's favorite to win the whole thing. But I just watched the Miracle Netflix documentary. If they make anything with the Miracle, I'll watch it.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. So real quick, just to get up out of here, I got some. It's a short slate for tomorrow. I think there's only like 19, 20 games or something like that. But we got Charleston taking on UNC Wilmington.
I like Charleston.
Short favorites here at home, -115. They've won 5 in a row. They're 7-3, and I know Wilmington's not playing as well. They're 3-7 in their last 10, but I think they should be the favorite. I think they're a little better of a team. I'm gonna take Wilmington. We're on opposite sides. I took them on the money line plus 100. So you're gonna take Charleston here.
Here's the funny thing: they're like it's minus a point, half a point. It doesn't make no sense, bro.
Yeah,
I'd rather just spread it.
Money line.
I'll spread it. No, I'll spread it. I'll go down.
Oh, alternate. I love it.
Yeah, you can get a whole third. You can go to a whole 3 point.
And then we have a really good
2.5.
We have a really good matchup tomorrow night on ESPN 9 p.m. in I think University of Kansas is in Lawrence, Kansas. Jayhawks hosting the number 1 team in the country, 23-0, the Wildcats. They are phenomenal. I can't not back them. I got to back the Wildcats here. They're so good on the road, too. They're 7-2 ATS, undefeated on the road, undefeated on the year. And I think the number should be around a 4.5. Like I said, the CT, I don't like to lay points on the road, but with the Wildcats, they're just so fucking good. Should be a really good game. Kansas is good as well, but I'm going to take the Wildcats. I'll lay the 2.5 here on the road.
Any uncomfortability with other big spreads like Xavier plus 14.5? You think you would take that? You think that's too much?
I think the number's right. If anything, I probably would have laid it with St. John's. The Johnny's got a big win at home against the Huskies over the weekend.
Maybe
let down.
I'll say maybe a little bit closer. If I'm gonna give the 2.5 with Charleston, maybe I'll take the 2.5 with Valparaiso at Drake. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Let me see. Valparaiso taking on Drake. 2.5, yeah. I think that's good. Yeah. At home too?
No, I think they're at Drake.
At Drake, okay.
I know you don't like on the road teams, but I want to see the number on that. I want to see the number on that. How many road teams actually find a way to get a win?
Where is the University of Drake? I think Iowa. I think it's in Des Moines. But I don't know.
Drake University?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you hit it. Des Moines, Iowa.
I think it's in Des Moines, Iowa. Yeah.
Right on.
Crazy fact. So that's the only reason I know is that because I watched the fucking games and they're like, in here, Des Moines. I'm like, that's a fucking weird.
And then Valparaiso, no wonder why they're good at basketball. They're in Indiana.
Yeah, exactly. Indiana is also playing. They're at home against Oregon, but Oregon is terrible this year. I'd probably lay the number with the Hoosiers as well. I think
the whole 11.5.
Yeah, but Indiana's a good team.
I was going to say, do you think a lot of points can be scored? Is that somewhere where the total should be touched? Something like that?
Indiana, what is the total right now?
142.5, 142.5.
I probably would take the over.
Right?
Indiana can score, and I think Oregon could score as well. So
yeah,
I take the over if anything.
Over in a game like that.
But that's going to be it, kid. If you do want to bet on the Olympics, let me know. I'm all down to start betting on the Olympics. We are on a 2-week break. So real quick on the upcoming schedule, we got Wednesday. We'll talk a little college basketball and some NBA. And then we're on a 2-week break for the NHL with the Olympics. And then this weekend on Friday, we'll talk about the NBA All-Star Weekend. We got the All-Star Weekend in California at the Intuit Dome where the Clippers play. So that's probably what we'll talk about over the weekend. But, yeah, get ready, kid, because, February is a really slow month. But we got March Madness week, and then baseball starts. Yeah,
I was going to say February is a quick month. We'll be right into March.
I love it. Well, I can't wait. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much. And for Joe, congratulations to you and all the Seahawks fans. You guys are on top. Super Bowl champions. Take care, everyone, and good night.